Hello, my name is Sandra Sidor. Today we're going to be spending some time together learning about flow theory in the LIS 543 micro lesson. Let's get started. I'd like you all, for just one moment, to silence the noise. Let's take this opportunity to dial down the external distractions. Turn off notifications, text messages, emails, and all personal communications. And then, for just a moment, step aside from those internal distractions of our inner dialogue and our racing thoughts. Just take a moment to turn off the world. And together, let's find our state of flow. Take a deep breath. Exhale and get ready to learn. Finding your flow is different for everyone. For myself, I enjoy paddleboarding. It induces a flow state where I can be reflective, where I'm present and intentional in the activity of paddling, being with family, or of course, my furry friend, Bear. Living close to Kempenfelt Bay, I get an opportunity all summer long to be out on my paddleboard, enjoying nature and finding my flow. For those of you that may want to discover a little bit more about my paddleboarding adventures, visit the micro lesson discussion post to watch a short video. In this video, you'll see a few clips of my excursions out on Kempenfelt Bay. And I'm sure you won't be surprised that this is where I find my flow. But how about you? Have you ever sensed a state of flow in your daily activities? Before we dive into the lesson, let's take a quick moment to take a Kahoot quiz. Always lots of fun. And it's just an easy click away. The link is provided in the micro lesson discussion post. So why don't you take 5 minutes and go Kahoot! See you soon. Let's take a quick peek at where we're going in this presentation and what exactly we're going to learn together. First up, we're going to define flow theory, identify the basic definition of flow theory, and look at some of the academic research on this theory. Next, we're going to review the flow matrix, have an opportunity to look at this matrix and the emotional tension between challenges and skill level. With all of this learning, next comes the application. So we'll learn how to apply flow theory to information searching and applications in human information interaction. Further to this practical application is the implementation of flow in team evaluation. Just one small case study about how flow can create a positive workplace in performance evaluations. Let's define flow theory. What are the underpinnings of this flow state? So, is flow state a model, a way to simply think and interpret events? Or is flow state a theory, a scientific explanation based in research and study? The theory of flow is a theory that provides a set of constructs with defined terms that explain the achievement of a higher state of human potential when operating within an activity. As defined by Reynolds, the flow theory meets the criteria of having a systematic and interrelated set of definitions, axioms, and propositions. The foundational constructs of a theory are designed to explain the relationships that occur within a situation. It is the study of this phenomenon and the correlations and conclusions that define the creation of, yes, a theory. Let's take a look at the foundations of flow theory. The research of Mihai Csikszentmihalyi constructed the theory of flow to leverage the engagement that occurs when an individual is present and intent within their selected activity, whatever that may be. Let's look at the field of study for flow theory. First off, grounded theory. Grounded theory research has continued to expand the flow theory field of study since the qualitative research of Mihai Csikszentmihalyi in 1975. This involved youth recording via a pager their positive feelings. These original study findings found correlations between challenging activities and feelings of personal fulfillment. This continued inductive approach builds on this practical, substantive theory and expands on the original construct of flow theory, predicating the support of multidiscipline information behavior research. Now let's move forward into our second learning outcome, understanding the flow matrix. The flow theory matrix is best understood by taking a closer look at the figure located on the slide. As you can see, the vertical line represents challenges, the horizontal line skills, the center line is flow, and there's emotions listed that get in the way of an individual finding their flow. Let's take a look at some of the challenges. If the difficulty of the activity does not match the skill level, the individual experiences worry and anxiety. Skills. If the skill level surpasses the challenges of the activity, the individual experiences boredom and anxiety. So it's critical that this balance be found in the pursuit of flow. Let's move on to outcome number 3. Apply flow theory to information search. Information behavior has many defined facets. The concept of information seeking is particularly relevant to this discussion on flow theory and how it is situated within this framework. Motivation is a key factor in the seeking of knowledge. A person may identify a gap in their personal information memories, but without the desire to search for meaning, the outcome can be diminished. So how then do you find balance in information seeking? Flow theory can be integrated into the process of problem recognition, definition, resolution, and solution. When a person finds the balance of challenge and skill and the resulting enjoyment in finding the missing information, this creates a flow. Kolthaw states the importance of emotions in information behavior. Learning outcome number 4. Implement flow in team evaluation. Performance evaluations are a practical application in the workplace where flow plays a critical role. How do we find flow for self-development, both in ourselves and the teams we manage? A review of the research and study of the flow theory can be practically applied by team leaders as they develop individual staff work plans and offer coaching sessions. Utilizing the flow theory within the performance evaluations of team members provides clear expectations, achievable goals, and immediate feedback, all of which contribute to an improved workplace. One of the most critical benefits of flow is performance evaluations that get results. With these evaluation systems in place, individuals can thrive and function within their flow, leading to self-development and an increase in human potential within the organization. Now is the time to test the water of your knowledge. Let's dive into the Kahoot link found in the micro-lesson discussion and take a look at the flow theory post-assessment. You'll have an opportunity to answer some questions in the quiz, like what did the research of Mihai Csikszentmihalyi construct? Or how about a true and false stumper? Like grounded theory research has continued to expand the flow theory field of study. Right or wrong? And let's face it, there's always time for fun. I've got a puzzle set up there where you have to place the letters in the correct order to spell an important name. Go ahead, give it a try. Meet you back here in 5 minutes. Welcome back. Hope you had fun with the Kahoot. Those are always a good time and a great way to assess, have I learned anything during this presentation? If not, circle back on the slides and pick up some of the basics. But let's review what we learned together today. The definition of flow theory, as prescribed by Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, reviewed the flow matrix and the emotional tension between challenges and skills, applied flow theory to information searches and the application of HII, identified the implementation of flow in workplace performance evaluations. Phew, we've covered a lot. Now, are you ready to discuss? Why don't you join me in the micro-lesson thread on LIS 507, Week 11 in eClass? Or, if you'd like to contact me directly, I'm available at my University of Alberta email address listed on the slide. Look forward to our discussions this week. Chat soon. Listed on the next 2 slides are the reference materials that were sourced for this presentation. Additional list of reference materials. Thank you to SlidesGo for an amazing PowerPoint design slide deck.